Yep. Excuse fucking God's will over here. It's over here in this corner. Wow, I haven't made a YouTube video like this in a very long time, and this is gonna be fucking wild and kind of emotional, so I think, I don't know. Hello, welcome to Joseph's Diaries. My name is Joseph, as you can see, and if you weren't looking for me, well, I don't fucking know what to tell you, but here you are, and hello. I need to stop looking at myself. Let me look at the camera. So if you can't tell by the title already, I don't know what I'm gonna call this video. I don't know really, but I can guess. My birthday is coming up very soon, and a lot of things leading up to this birthday is leaving me very, just thinking. A lot of processing, a lot of thoughts, a lot of feelings about just life, shit that happens, blah, 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 blah. I recently, so anyways, leading up to my birthday, I've been having a lot of thoughts, a lot of feelings, a lot of ideas on just existence and life and just my place and everything, and just a lot of like romance, on family, on friendship, on love, on this idea of hatred, on this idea of just emotion, and just a lot of fucking shit. I'm a storyteller, and I'm just gonna start sharing stories and my feelings, and even if people hate it, I just gotta, they exist, so it's like, well, people can not like me, but that's just how shit works, and that kind of leads back, honestly, into this whole conversation. I identify, if people ask, as a gay man. Hey, this isn't important, and frankly, it's no one's fucking, excuse my dog, frankly, it's no one's fucking business but my own. But it's not that cut and dry for me. Sexuality and love and all that stuff is not so this. Is I just don't think emotions are cut and dry. And also you see myself keep leaning into my hair like, woo! I just have a lot of hair on one side. Can we do this? I am so fucking nervous about making this video too, and I'm gonna have to cut the fucking lot out. Anyways, basically where this topic came from is recently I've been talking to my mom a lot just about like, so we've been talking about like her just sharing stuff with me and me sharing stuff with back and like my own personal things. And I've been thinking about this idea, or this overarching idea of family. And the reason I mentioned that I'm a gay male is because there is this idea in the LGBT community. I don't know who started it. I'm sorry if that's uneducated or whatever. But this idea that we pick our own family. And I believe, I don't know, this is not fact, take this with a grain of salt, but I believe that principle basically comes from this idea of like, people who are LGBT are often kicked out of family or pushed away, or there's a word for it. It's the word exile, but it's not the word exile. I don't know what the word fucking is. Anyways, I basically think that that's why, where that principle comes from. And I've been thinking of that idea of like, we pick our own family. And just, okay, this fan is not moving. This idea of like, okay, we pick our own family. Well, we don't. It depends on what family means to you, and I guess we'll get into that. Of like, family to me, by definition, which debatably, right, this is the whole point. People who you're related to by blood, those are your family. And then you have friends who can be what a family member, like the same relationship dynamic with the family member, but they are a friend. It just means that they're not my blood. To me, this is not for everyone. This is just technically the technicalities of things for me. Here's the thing. People have very, 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 very strong values of family. And what I mean by that is not like, oh yeah, they are my family, I believe strongly in that. Like, no. They believe strongly in that, and they're therefore, no matter what their family members do, they're family. So I'm gonna deal with it. Put up with whatever, I'm gonna like be treated a certain way, they can do whatever, and they're family. At the end of the day, they're still around, I'm still gonna put myself around them, I'm still gonna be around them, they're still family. Whereas if they were your friend, whoops. Whereas if they were friends, notifications, if they were your friend, you'd be like, bye bitch. If that is the kind of dynamic you have with a family member, and this is something I was told very recently by my aunt, who for a long time, I don't know if my family realized, like my blood family realized for so long that they were basically telling me as a kid, they weren't directly saying it, and this is a huge thing with my family, and I'm sure other people can relate, of like family members saying things where they're like, well, we didn't say we don't like gay people, but we just made comments about faggots and shit, like you know what I mean? Like, so yeah, you didn't say that, but it's like, if you're acting a certain way, you are saying that. You're showing this message of, these are your belief systems, and this is how we act. This is what we do, blah, blah, blah. And recently, an aunt who was an aunt by marriage, initially, I mean, that's that's how I know her, has done nothing in my life but treat me with love and fucking affection, and has always come to my fucking back when the men in my life have been like, oh, you shouldn't act like that. Oh, you have a fucking black nail polish on because you're 14? Oh, that's fucking, like, I have been attacked my whole fucking life by men in my life and men in my family. Even the one man, and I don't want him to see this because I don't want him to like think that this is ever his fault. But even my grandpa, shit has happened since, but who was one of the most loving, most giving, one of the most fucking amazing men I've ever met in my goddamn life. Like, I have memories of him being like calling people faggots. Like, I remember that, and I remember those things so vividly that like those thoughts led me to not wanting to ever bring that up with him. And one of the most loving, amazing man, and he always did everything. He did everything he fucking could for me when I was a kid, because my dad was fucking nowhere, doing nothing for my goddamn family. For my family, for me, for my mom, anyone but his fucking self. And that man did every goddamn thing he could to be any kind of father figure he could for me. And so I appreciate and I respect that aspect of him, but I still have memories of things like that still hurt, other aspects. And so when it comes down to this idea, anyways, I was talking to my aunt. My family for so long was trying to be like, well, she's the marriage aunt. She's not your, she's the they never said she's not your aunt, but she's aunt through marriage. It's because that's your Theo's wife. And it was always that. And it was always my cousins, there are a lot of, I can get into that in another point. My Thea told me something very recently. And that woman is a fucking amazing, if you happen to be watching this, I told you this, but you are fucking amazing. And you are just one of the most fucking powerful, amazing women ever, and I just, fuck. Other than my mom. I can't help but adore you from afar, I guess. It has been a long time, but like, fuck yeah. She recently told me, family, and this is what I'm getting to. This is where this all led to. Family will not put you down. Family will not make you feel like shit. Family will not make passive-aggressive comments because they think something should be a certain way. Family will not shove shit into your face and be like, this is how you act. That is not family. And yes, by what I said right at the beginning, technically that is our family. They are our people that... My hair looks fucking crazy right now, I'm sorry. Technically they are not... technically they are our family. But that doesn't mean I have to put up with that. That doesn't mean I have to be around people who put people down. That doesn't mean I have to be put around people who are emotionally abusive. That does not mean I have to be around any fucking one who has beliefs that strongly contradict mine to a point of constant conflict. I don't have to. And now that I'm truly growing up, I say that fucking loosely. I'm starting to have this realization of surround yourself with people who fucking love you. And so you're gonna come across people who do love you, but can't show you or be whatever that is for your life. That is fucking hard to fucking grasp. That sucks. That's shitty. I'm starting to think it's a little bit more closer to reality. I'm not gonna say it's reality for everyone. I'm not going to say that's how it works for everyone, because I feel like there are people who have very positive experiences, maybe not with everything, because I don't think that anyone gets a fully positive life. Even bitches who are fully rich don't ever have to worry about the bills or anything. They just got responsibilities up the asshole. They have problems too. They have shit that they're dealing with. They have, everyone has their own problems. I am at a point where I goddamn refuse to let family, friends, or partners of any kind be that. This is this idea of I can and will choose my own family. If you are someone in my life, and there's a couple people in my life right now actually, that, because it's not even, now I'm getting into a new topic this will be a new video. There are a couple people in my life that I am at a point where I'm like, I don't want to be around this. I don't. Different reasons. But my Thea is so fucking brilliant. Family will not make you feel like shit. I don't remember really what she said, but it was almost that. And I'm pretty sure those are my words version, my worded version of what she said. But it was just like, I think what she said was, family will never put you down. And that is so true. Don't surround yourself with people who don't make you feel positive. And I don't mean that, you know, romantic relationships won't be hard and you have to work through some things, because people aren't the same. Relationships are fucking complicated, even with your friends and your family that you do like shit's complicated. We don't agree with everything. We are not all the same people, and that's honestly what's so fucking beautiful about humanity as a whole. But like, don't surround yourself, just try to feel that your family isn't your family unless you let it be. And as one last thing, to just acknowledge this idea of, I understand that people have such a strong like connection in the sense of like their whole family are all so like family first. I get it, because my family's like that too. And I'm having to put my foot down and be like, I'm going to connect in the ways that feel positive for me. I'm going to, my hair, what the hell? I mean, that's really it. It's one of those things of like, I'm taking things more into my terms. I don't care if you're family. I don't care if you're my friend. I don't care if we're dating. At this point, in the grand scheme of overall positivity and my own happiness, sometimes we need to be selfish. And selfish has such a negative connotation. My mom told me this recently. Being selfish has such a negative connotation, but you know what? Sometimes it's self-love and self-care. It's not just being selfish. It's like, yeah, sometimes you need to fucking take care of yourself, because how in the hell are you gonna fucking take care of someone else if you can't even remotely take care of yourself? And that's almost a RuPaul quote, but that's not what I'm trying to get at. But it's like, it's true to some capacity. Like, I don't fully agree with it. I think that you can learn, and like my mom is a living example. She was a teen mom, and she fucking learned how to take care of me before she could take care of herself, but she did it, and I mean, she did it together, I guess. This is rambling on to be in a long-ass video, and this might be 10 minutes of me just bitching about shit. I apologize. Thank you for listening. I hope that, if anything, just me sharing some stuff, like, I'll be telling stories soon. I have a story from high school that I want to tell, a story of my schooling situation and getting fucked over, my shitty father, and yeah, if you're watching this, because I found out that apparently you watched all my videos, but you didn't reach out to me after all that time, fucking cool of you. There's gonna be stories coming out about that too. I plan to tell my stories. I plan to talk. And this is not to blow up. In fact, I don't ever expect any of the videos I make to blow up or anything. But this is to talk to people. This is to get people connecting. I have felt so alone in my life. And some of those things were my family contributing to it, my father contributing to it, my mother literally not being able to or be around because of fiscal responsibilities, and just what I feel the social interactions I've had and reacted, and obviously I contribute to that. I'm part of the equation to all of it. So to say how innocent all this stuff is, but I have stories to tell, and all I want to say is, if you are by chance watching this and you are going through something where, you know, let's say you just turned 18 and you're going to college, you're in college maybe you're going to high school, things change. You're changing. Things are going to be constantly changing. We're young. Shit is not going to stay the same. But at the same time, or basically, and this is the time where we start realizing if people like our family members and our friends are really there for us, or are there because they have to, or are there because they want to be someone, they want to take out something on. And that's a hard, like, lesson, not even a lesson, like a hard, just a reality to kind of look into, but that's where it starts. And all I want to say is that what my aunt told me, the summarization of what my aunt told me, that family will not make you feel like shit. Family will not put you down. And even if you don't have anyone blood related that is your family in your life, well, then they're not really your family, because they didn't treat you the way that you deserve to be treated. And that's something I'm starting to realize. And this is not shade to any family member who could be seeing this. There are family members that I've had connections with recently, with in general, with rarely that I don't feel negativity to, or to such a degree, but it's like, but there's a lot of pent up issues that can't openly be discussed in the family that I have. They can be. This idea of like, oh yeah, everything's open. But now, oh, if you say anything, I'm gonna be super, super, super defensive because this is why. It's like, this is not the point. The point is not to be fucking defensive about things. This is not, you know, when you're confronting someone. It's about, I want you to be heard. I want you to understand. And even if you can't be like, oh, I'm sorry. Like, I don't want a sorry. I just want, I understand and I'm not gonna try to do that. That's what I'd want. Personal things. That's to my family if they're watching. Guys, I hope you guys have a fucking fantastic day. There are days that are gonna be fucking hard, trust me. Trust me, boo, my birthday's coming up and shit's been fucking rough. Remember that you, as I keep saying, you get to choose your family. You, over there, over there, over there. You get to choose your own family. Even if your family tells you that that's not true. Surround yourself with love, because no matter who you are and what you've done, you do deserve it. That's all I gotta say. Bye.